again with another one of these. Welcome, everybody, and this is the little ball of hate, Jennifer Engel, and I'm Randy Galloway. And the Mavericks, they're dead. Actually, Jen's not feeling so good herself. I stole that old line from great Louis Grizzard. However, when we see the Mavericks fall to the wayside like they did and the playoffs move on, you've got to be rather sick, because there is no bigger Mark Cuban parrot than you. And you had the gall to mention other people being Cuban parrots, not me, of course, but you are the biggest Cuban parrot, and you were predicting NBA title this year. The floor is yours, ma'am. You
say that again, A, I'm going to challenge you to a fight, or B, I'm going to stick you up on a billboard naked, and nobody's going to like that. You got it? I am not the biggest Mark Cuban parrot. I've been highly critical of this team when need be, and let me just tell you, you think Mark Cuban's saying this right now? Blow them up. They are done. This group, this model, never going to win anything. Blow them up.
All right. Here is that is the question.
What do you got to say to that?
No, I mean, that is the question. What do you do with this team? And if you could blow them up, I've been talking blow them up for 3 years. Since the day the great Avery walked out the door, he told me personally, Mr. Randy, he said, this team is not good enough to do anything. I believed Avery, you didn't. Now it's like Avery's a genius. However, what do you do with this team? You can't blow them up because of the fact Cuban's got all these players tied into long-term contracts. Jason bleeping Kidd, Jason bleeping Terry, Sean Marion.
4 more years of Sean Marion, and there's your problem. You can't win with them. You can't blow them up because the pieces you want to get rid of, that you want to jettison, are stuck here. Who wants Jason Kidd at 2 more years? What is he, 38, 39, your age?
Awful. I made one mistake in my life.
Oh, you loved that trade, didn't you? Say it. Admit it.
6 weeks later, though, I took it all back. 6 weeks later, I said I was wrong. At least I stepped up. 6 weeks later, well over 2 years ago, and went, okay, I blew it. This is an awful trade. It will never work. You got to give me credit for that.
You did. But all right, now let me ask you this, because you're 1,000 years old. You always say you have a lot of answers. What do you do? Because you can't really blow it up, but you can't win in the playoffs with this group. And pretending you can, it's just a pipe dream. Same thing will happen next year.
Only thing you can do is have some kind of basketball prayer and basketball miracle. There's only one thing that could take this team and maybe propel it to another level, maybe the second round of the playoffs. Think of that. That's Roddy B. And I'm sorry, I mean, I know he's raw, but hey, there is nothing else. That the Roddy B we saw in San Antonio in Game 6 is a guy that his game next year will go up this way, and that will be enough. Roddy B and Dirk, and then fit all these other worthless pieces around that. A penetrating point guard who can get in there and make something happen. Kind of a lightweight version of CP3 in New Orleans, or Dwayne Wade.
20-second timeout. What makes you think Rick Carlisle's going to play him?
I hope after what happened in Game 6 that Rick learned his lesson. But is there any other? There's no other answer.
No, he's the only hope, and I'm still not sure he's enough.
I'm not either.
I think Dirk may have to leave. But let me ask you this. You're in charge. Cuban calls you, says, Randy, you've always been my biggest Cuban parrot.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Should have done that a long time ago.
Would you fire Carlisle? Because you know a bunch of people out there want Carlisle fired, and he did some stupid things in that playoffs.
I'll say the same thing I said when Big Nelly left, when Avery got fired, and now with Rick Carlisle. It is not about the coach with this team. It is about the cast surrounding the team. The biggest mistake that could have happened was letting Steve Nash go. I still think in 06 with Steve Nash, they win the world title, and probably we wouldn't be having this kind of discussion. The Dirk thing is intriguing, not from the standpoint that I want to see Dirk go, but watch what happens. Say a Cleveland comes along and says, Dirk, we're going to re-sign LeBron. We'll put you with LeBron. We can do it for a lot less money than the $2.5 million you're going to be $21.5 million, excuse me, that you're owed for next year, but we'll do it for 16. Will you sign for us and take a $5 million haircut? What if he said, yeah, I'll go play with LeBron? This thing is on the verge of then really going to the bottom.
And you know what? A week ago, I just said, Randy, you crazy. You've been out drinking again too early in the morning. You are insane.
Well, I have, but
sitting there talking to them this week as they cleaned out their lockers, don't rule it out. Dirk, right now has that doubt bubble in his head. Can I win with this group of losers?
Sorry with all the doom and gloom, but it is the Mavericks. We're back next week for more.